Hey guys, welcome to my deck breakdown of the Gaia Red starter deck for the new Digimon card game. Starting off, we have Koromon, our level 2 Digitama card. As a level 2, it has 0 DP and a pre-evolutionary effect, which reads that on your own turn, this Digimon gains plus 1000 DP when it has 4 or more pre-evolutionary cards. While this does sound good on paper, the requirements to achieve that plus 1000 is actually quite high, as you need 4 pre-evolutionary cards. This effectively means you will be hitting a level 6 Digimon in order to get that effect. While by the time you get there, it is a good effect, as plus any DP is always good. The fact that you don't gain anything until you hit level 6 is actually quite a drawback, as most of the time you're going to be playing with level 3s, 4s, and 5s, with 6 being quite rare, which is why I would give Koromon a rather mediocre score of maybe 4 out of 10. Moving on to our next card, we have Piomon. Piomon has a DP of 3000, a memory cost of 2, and an evolutionary cost of 0, and is a level 3 Digimon. As you can see, Piomon has no effects whatsoever and is, as such, a vanilla monster card. Overall, as you'll see later, Piomon is sadly the lowest ranking of the three, in which case I'd have to give it a rather low score of, I guess, 2 or 3 out of 10, with its saving grace being that it has a slightly higher DP compared to Agumon. Moving on, however, we have Birdramon. Continuing its theme with Piomon, it is a vanilla level 4 Digimon with a DP of 5000, a memory cost of 4, and an evolutionary cost of 2. As such, it is what it is, and I guess it's not too bad with a DP of 5000, but at this rate, I'd have to give it pretty much a 4 out of 10 for Birdramon. However, to change things up, at level 5, Garudamon, with a DP of 7000, a memory cost of 6, and an evolutionary cost of 3, finally gains an ability, which reads that when this Digimon evolves, for the turn, it gains plus 3000 DP. This, while only a one-turn effect, is really good, as you've been effectively given a 10,000 DP Digimon for the one turn. This, if you timed correctly, can be used to swing things around and actually destroy your opponent's level 6 that had recently attacked and is in rest mode. For that, I can finally give Garudamon, or the Piomon line, a card rating that's higher 5, and I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10. However, moving on, we have our level 6 Digimon Hoomon, which sports a 12,000 DP, a memory cost of 10, and an evolutionary cost of 2. For Hoomon, just like the Piomon and Birdramon, it's a vanilla Digimon with no effects whatsoever. However, saving grace is it does have a 12,000 DP, which is currently the highest DP obtainable in the 3 starter sets, and has a memory cost of 10. While this is high, it is still lower than the highest cost of currently for other level 6s of 12, effective meaning that even if the opponent ended their turn and gave you the minimum 1 memory resource, you're still able to play Hoomon and gain yourself a 12,000 beat stick. However, that of course it is in it of itself a risk, as you'll effectively be giving your opponent 10 memory to build up their own, in which case they could play a level 5 and evolve it to a level 6 with still 2 memory left to spare. So for Hoomon, honestly, it's a really average card. It's not terrible with the DP, but for me, it gets a 5 out of 10. Moving on to the Agumon line, while it sports a lower DP of 2000 compared to its other level 3 counterpart Piomon, and a higher memory cost of 3. It does retain its 0 evolutionary cost, but it comes with a great pre-evolutionary effect of, on your own turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. This is effectively the Koromon effect with no requirements. While yes, you may think, it's got such a low DP, why would you want to use it even with the effect? The thing is, you're not really going to attack with a level 3, unless you're playing a rush deck, in which case you're not really trying to attack to keep them alive, you're just trying to hit all 5 security and the opponent directly to win as soon as possible. But as such, I would give Agumon a solid 7 out of 10. Moving on to our next level 4, Greymon. Greymon sports 4000 DP, 5 memory cost, and an evolutionary cost of 2. Here, just like Agumon, it has overall less stats compared to Birdramon, the vanilla level 4, but it's offset with an incredible pre-evolutionary effect of security attack plus 1. What this means is that when you attack the opponent's security, you flip 1 extra security card. As the opponent starts with only 5 security cards, you effectively can end all their security defenses in 3 attacks versus 5, which is amazing. Which is why I can't give Greymon anything less than an 8 out of 10. Here, our level 5 Metal Greymon sports 7000 DP, memory cost of 7, and an evolutionary cost of 3, with a pre-evolutionary effect which states that on your own turn, if this Digimon is blocked, you gain plus 3 memory. Unlike Agumon and Greymon, who had more offensive abilities, this one is more of a utility ability in which that attacking, or rather by blocking this Digimon, your opponent effectively has to give you 3 memory. So what this means is the opponent has to choose between either letting you get in the 1 or possibly more security hits in and give you 3 memory, effectively giving you more options to play, or they just let the attack go through at the risk of losing the game faster. So overall, I give Metal Greymon a solid 7. At least in my opinion, I feel like Metal Greymon could have been given something a little bit better than an attack deterrent. However, moving on to the level 6, you'll see why Metal Greymon was given this effect. Here we have our ace monster. As a level 6, it has a DP of 12,000, a memory cost of 12, and an evolutionary cost of 4. The reason War Greymon is our ace monster is its ability, which reads, on your turn, this Digimon gains plus 1 security attack for every 2 pre-evolutionary cards underneath. Meaning, if you properly raised War Greymon from a level 2 Koromon, War Greymon gets 1 security attack from its normal attack, and from its effect an extra 2 security attacks. That's 3 security checks from 1 attack. Your opponent only has 5, and by the time you hit a level 6, you'll have at least attacked once or twice, meaning that might be it for their security, in which case you're pretty much on your way to winning the game. As such, if you can get this ability off, it is an amazing card. Even if you can't raise it all the way from Koromon and you have to only raise it, say, from Greymon, you still get 2, which gives you a plus 1 security, which is pretty good. As such, as by a standalone, level 6, unfortunately, Ho'omon is the better level 6 as it has a lesser memory cost and a lesser evolutionary cost. But if you can get that extra pre-evolutionary card and hit that effect to activate, War Greymon is definitely the way to go. In which case, I'd have to give War Greymon a 9 out of 10. Moving on to our third evolutionary line, we have Dracomon. Here, Dracomon is a level 3 sporting a 4000 DP and a 3 memory cost with 0 evolutionary cost. Just like Biomon, Dracomon is a vanilla Digimon. However, the difference would be that Dracomon has a higher memory, but 1000 extra DP. Here, in my opinion, Dracomon would rate higher than Biomon. Reason being that more often than not, you'll be evolving Coromon, in which case you are paying 0 instead of 3. In which case, a higher DP would always be better. As such, Dracomon gets a 3 or 4 out of 10 for me. However, moving on, we have Cordramon, which in my case is way better than Birdramon and might, depending on your situation, ranks equal or higher than Greymon. Starting off with its stats, we have 6000 DP, 5 memory cost, and a evolutionary cost of 2. And it has a ability. So here is where Cordramon really shines. It has the blocker ability, which is the only way for you to actually stop your opponent's attacks. In the Digimon card game, when the opponent declares attack either to your security or directly to you, you have no way to actually stop that attack. The only way to stop the opponent from attacking more, if they can, is if you're lucky and you flip really good option cards or a really strong Digimon from your security. However, with the blocker ability, which states that when your opponent attacks, if this Digimon is active, you may put this Digimon to rest and block it. As such, against that War Greymon that can hit you for 3 or more, you can effectively block it, trading off with just one Digimon. And along with the blocker ability, it always comes with what I guess the makers were intending to be a negative cost of when this Digimon attacks, it gets -2 memory. However, if you do it correctly or play cards correctly, this can be used to your advantage, such as by knowing that you will always lose 2, and assuming it's a safe and you're willing to do it, you could use it by attacking and using the -2 to push your memory gauge under 0 to 1, which effectively is the best way to end your turn. By giving your opponent only 1 memory resource on their turn, all they can do is play 1 card and attack with anything they have that's currently available. And once they do that, it's your turn again. So for here, Cordramon, as a only Digimon with the blocker ability in this deck, in the other decks, the Heaven's Yellow and Kokuta's Blue, each deck also has a blocker. As there's only currently out 3 Digimon with this ability, it is an amazing ability currently, and I'd give this card a 8.5 out of 10. With the Digimon out of the way, we have our Tamer card of Yamagami Taichi, with the cost of 2 and the effect of, on your turn, all your Digimon get plus 1000. So, as you can clearly tell from the Digimon, the theme of this deck is boosting your own DP and plowing through the security without losing any Digimon. As such, Taichi's effect is a solid synergy card with the rest of the deck. And it has a security effect, currently like all the other Tamer cards, of when this card is revealed from a security check, you get to play this card cost free. So as is, Taichi's a solid card, giving him a 7.5 out of 10. Moving on to our option cards, Starlight Explosion has a cost of 2 with an effect of, until the end of your opponent's next turn, all your security Digimon get plus 7000 DP, which is really good. Reason being, it's a deterrent card. If your opponent decides to attack your security, you're effectively saying, hey, you can go for it, but I flip that Digimon, you're losing your attacker. In which case, your opponent may think twice about attacking. Here, this option card's security effect reads that during this turn, so your opponent's turn, since they'll be attacking when you reveal it, all your security Digimon get plus 7,000. So here it acts as a secondary detergent in which case that they've already attacked. If they want to continue attacking, the next Digimon security that gets flipped gets plus 7,000, which, like when you played it, if you play it normally, will make them think twice about keeping attacking. However, the other way to look at this is that if they've only got that one attacker, or you reveal this after you reveal the Digimon and this is the last security attack they can do, it's effectively useless. Overall, it's not a bad card and has its uses. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. The next option is Shadow Wing, one of my favorite cards in this deck. With a cost of 1, it has a main effect of, during this turn, one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP. Here, the plus 3,000 effectively raises one of your Digimons to the next level in terms of DP. However, the really good part is not in its main effect, but its security effect, which reads, until the end of your next turn, all your Digimon get plus 1 security attack. This is like a comeback card. Once your opponent attacks you, and you flip this, they effectively know that during your next turn, any Digimon you currently have will hit for twice the amount of damage to their security. If you have 1 Digimon, you're going to hit for 2. If you have 2 Digimon out, you're going to hit for 4. If you somehow have 3, if they don't flip any security Digimon, they effectively lost all their security, which is amazing. So for this one, I'd personally give it a 8 out of 10. Moving next, we have Gaia Force. Here, with a high cost of 8, Gaia Force allows us to choose one opponent Digimon and destroy it. So, by paying 8, you can effectively destroy that high DP or multi-security attacking Digimon your opponent has out that's been pretty much hindering your every move. And, as an option card, if you flip this as a security, you get to destroy one opponent Digimon for free, which is amazing. So for this one, I'd definitely give it a solid 8 out of 10. I deducted marks because the cost is a little bit high for, while yes, you can destroy something, there are cheaper ways to beat down the opponent Digimon rather than using 8. Finally, our last card, we have Giga Destroyer. Giga Destroyer has a cost of 6 and an effect of choose 2 opponent Digimon with DP 4,000 or less and destroy them. So, kind of like the Gaia Force, this is a destruction card. However, with a DP of less than 4,000, you're only really able to target levels 3s and level 4 Digimon. However, against rush decks, amazing card. Against mid to late decks, you're not going to be use it, which is why we have Gaia Force. And it has a security effect of utilize its main effect of destroy 2 Digimon under 4,000 when you flip it. Overall, it's not too bad, in which case I give it a solid 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Finally, I'm going to show you the best possible combo that you can achieve with this deck. So, as many of you Digimon fans have probably guessed, this is the strongest line available in the Gaia Red deck. Starting from Coromon, if you follow down the Agumon evolutionary line all the way toward Greymon, you effectively have a 14,000 DP level 6 Digimon with 4 security attack, and if blocked, gets you plus 3 memory back. As you can see, this is the core theme of the Gaia Red deck of strong DP Digimons and powerful attacks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.